Hello, friends. Welcome to Dewdrops Kids TV, where we share amazing Bible stories, moral lessons, and fun adventures.
This is a story about a king who wanted a garden, a queen who did a terrible thing, and how the seeds of injustice grow into a bitter harvest. In the beautiful land of Israel, there lived a good man named Naboth. He owned a lovely vineyard, a family garden filled with vines, right next to the grand palace of King Ahab in Jezreel. One day, King Ahab looked out his window and saw Naboth's well-kept vineyard. He thought it would make a perfect vegetable garden for himself. So he went to Naboth and said, "Give me your vineyard. I will give you a better one for it, or I will pay you whatever it is worth." But Naboth stood firm. "The Lord forbid that I should give you the inheritance of my ancestors," he replied. This land was not just property to him. It was a gift from God passed down through his family, and he could not sell it. King Ahab went home sullen, angry, and lay down on his bed. He turned his face to the wall and refused to eat, like a spoiled child who could not get his way. His wife, Queen Jezebel, saw him and asked, "Why is your spirit so troubled?" When Ahab whined about Naboth refusing him the vineyard, Jezebel scoffed. "Is this how you act as king over Israel?" She said, "Get up, eat, and be cheerful. I will get you the vineyard of Naboth." And so Jezebel, who did not worship the God of Israel, hatched an evil plan. Using the king's name and seal, she wrote letters to the leaders in Naboth's city. She told them to call a fast, to make it seem like Naboth was in trouble, and to have two men falsely accuse him of cursing God and the king. The leaders, afraid of the queen, did exactly as she commanded. They held a meeting. The false witnesses spoke their lies, and the people, believing the lie, took Naboth outside the city and stoned him to death. When Jezebel heard the news, she said cruelly to Ahab, "Go, take possession of the vineyard Naboth refused to sell you, for he is no longer alive." And Ahab, without a word of protest, got up from his bed and went down to claim the garden he had wanted so badly. But the story does not end there. The word of the Lord came to the prophet Elijah, saying, "Go down to meet Ahab, king of Israel." God saw the injustice. He saw the murder and the theft. Elijah found Ahab walking in his new vineyard, and he spoke words that froze the king's heart. "Have you murdered and also taken possession? Thus says the Lord, in the place where dogs licked up the blood of Naboth, dogs will lick up your blood too." And for Jezebel, the prophecy was even more dreadful. Elijah said, "The dogs shall eat Jezebel by the wall of Jezreel." Ahab was terrified. For a time, he humbled himself, and God showed mercy by delaying the disaster. But Ahab and Jezebel did not truly turn from their wicked ways. Years later, in a battle, a stray arrow struck King Ahab. He died in his chariot, and when they washed it in the pool of Samaria, dogs came and licked up his blood, just as the prophet had said. And what of Jezebel? Her end came later. A man named Jehu came to overthrow the wicked king's house. When he rode into Jezreel, Jezebel heard he was coming. She painted her eyes, fixed her hair, and looked out a high window, trying to act like the powerful queen she once was. She called down to Jehu, mocking him. But Jehu looked up and called out, "Who is on my side?" 2 servants looked back at him. "Throw her down," he commanded, and they did. Jezebel fell from the window, and the horses trampled her. Later, when men went to bury her, they found only her skull, her feet, and the palms of her hands. The dogs had eaten the rest, just as the word of the Lord had promised. This is a solemn story that teaches us a powerful truth. No one, not even a king or queen, is above God's law of justice. Greed, lies, and using power to hurt others are terrible seeds to plant. They may seem to succeed for a season, but in the end, they always bring a horrible harvest. God sees the truth. He defends the innocent, and He holds everyone accountable for their choices. So let us remember to be content with what we have, to defend what is right, and to use whatever power we have to help others, not to harm them.
Like and subscribe for more Bible stories.